Guys, welcome to Intellect Digest. I'm your host Rohit Khurana. Let's get started with this episode. Samsung has launched too many phones from a price range of 8,000 rupees all the way up to 17,000 rupees recently in 2016. All these 2016 phone series are being compared here, which include 6 phones, including the On 5 Pro, J2 2016, J3 2016, On 7 Pro, J5 2016, and J7 2016. I'll first start with the price so that you are clear about which segment we are talking about. The cheapest phone among these 6 is the Samsung Galaxy J3 2016, which is presently selling at around 8,500 rupees online. Followed by the On 5 Pro at 9,200 rupees, followed by J2 at 9,700 rupees, followed by On 7 Pro at 11,200, J5 2016 at 13,000 rupees, and J7 2016 at 16,000 rupees. Please note that prices do vary, so if you are watching this video at a later date, prices may be different. These prices are just for a reference. Starting with the design of the phones, all phones look almost alike with similar and signature Samsung styling, in which you get a display at front, a physical home key below it, 2 touch capacitive buttons on the either side. The buttons are not backlit on either of these phones. On top of the display you would find the Samsung branding. There is also standard earpiece, front facing camera. On 2 of these phones there is also front facing flash. And all these 6 phones look alike if you look at them from a design point of view. The volume rockers are on the left, the power buttons are on the right. There is charging port at the bottom. 3.5mm audio port, primary microphone, etc. are placed at the bottom. The back is removable on all the phones. So in terms of design, they are very similar. But something that stands out on J5 and J7 2016 is the metal build. The J5 and J7 are premiumly built phones which follow this metal and glass design, where the frame is entirely metal, which not only makes the phone sturdy but also looks stylish and smart in hand. The feel of the phone in hand is also greatly improved because of this metal construction. Next up, display. All these phones are either 5 inches or 5.5 inches. There is one at 5.2 inch as well, but the display technology used is different. The On 5 Pro comes with a 5-inch TFT display which is 720p. The TFT is not as saturated as the AMOLED displays that we find on the J series. The On 7 Pro also uses the TFT display but is larger at 5.5 inch and comes with a TFT display panel. It is also 720p. Rest of the phones including J2, J3, J5 and J7 2016 all use AMOLED panels, where J2, J3 are 5-inch phones, the J5 is 5.2 inch phone and J7 is 5.5 inch, which is the largest among all these 6 and also same as On 7 Pro. The AMOLED displays look better and have better brightness and color saturation. All these are 720p high definition and none of them is a full high definition display. If you have to pick one phone based on the display, I would suggest you go for AMOLED technology over the TFT. So On 5 and On 7 Pro are out of my list if you are looking for a good display phone. For a larger size display phone, J7 2016 is the best choice at 5.5 inches. However, if you want a compact phone, J2 or J3 would also suffice, with J5 at 5.2 inches being the sweet spot in the middle. Next up, cameras. The camera configuration on these phones is almost evenly spread out. On 5 Pro, J2 and J3 you find 8 megapixel rear shooter with LED flash, and on front you find 5 megapixel camera. On 7 Pro, J5 2016 and J7 2016, these 3 phones get 13 megapixel rear shooter and a 5 megapixel front facing camera, with J5 and J7 also offering front facing flash, which is missing on all other 4 phones. The front facing flash is for selfie enthusiasts. If you take a lot of selfies in dark, then you should pick up either J5 or J7 2016 and let go of other 4 phones. Also, one key factor if you are fond of photography is the HDR mode. The HDR mode is available only on 2 phones out of these 6, and that is the J3 and J7. The J5, On 7 Pro, J2 and On 5 Pro do not support HDR mode. So if photography is your passion, I would suggest you pick either J3 or J7 with J7 being a more natural choice because it is a more powerful phone. Also, when it comes to video recording, there is full high definition video recording support on all 5 phones but one, which is the Samsung Galaxy J2, which supports only up to 720p recording. So if you are picking one for recording videos, Samsung Galaxy J2 is a big no-no. Talking about powerful phone, let me come to the specifications and performance. In terms of CPU, there is a 1.3 GHz quad-core Exynos processor on 5 Pro coupled with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal memory. On J2, you get 1.5 GHz Spectrum processor, which is same on J3 as well. The On 7 Pro and J5 use Snapdragon 410, whereas the most powerful among these phones is the 1.6 GHz octa-core processor found on the Galaxy J7. Out of all these phones, the J2 and J3 have 1.5 GB of RAM, while all other 4 phones get 2 GB of RAM. In terms of internal memory as well, J2 and J3 lag behind with 8 GB of internal memory, whereas the On 5 Pro, On 7 Pro, J5 and J7 all feature 16 GB of internal memory. Talking of performance, on Antutu, we got the least score on the On 5 Pro with around 18,000, while the J2 and J3 scored around similar 25 to 26,000 range, the On 7 Pro being a modest 19,000, the J5 being around 27,000 and J7 being the highest at around 45,000. Which means that if you are picking up one for the performance, J5 or J7 2016 are the safer bets. In terms of gaming performance as well, the On 7 Pro and On 5 Pro are at the lowest in terms of the gaming performance, with On 5 Pro being the worst among all these 6 phones. The J2 and J3 are playable, while the J5 is decent performer in terms of gaming and J7 does perform good at gaming performance and it can play most of the games that you throw at it. Talking of some special features that you would get on some of these phones is the glow ring feature on the back of Samsung Galaxy J2, which has notifications as well as the rear camera selfie feature. It also comes with TST or turbo speed technology, which improves the performance and multitasking experience. On J3, you get near field communication or NFC support, which is missing on all other phones. So these are some of the special features that you find on J2 and J3 respectively. Talking of some common features, there is 4G dual SIM support on all the phones, expandable memory on all the phones, they all support VoLTE or VoLTE out of the box. There is S-Bike mode, which was introduced with J3, but it is eventually available on all the phones. The Ultra Data Saving feature or UDS is also available on all 6 phones. The automatic brightness feature is missing from all phones, and that is because of the lack of sensors. So what is the verdict? Which one should you pick? Let me make it easy for you. If you want a large screen phone, then the On 7 Pro and J7 are the only choices. If you want to play games on them as well, the J7 is the natural choice. If you want a compact phone, the J2 or J3 is the natural choice because they are 5-inch phones. The On 5 Pro not so much because I didn't like the display too much. When it comes to performance and day-to-day usage, if you're a heavy user, I would suggest you go for either J5 or J7 2016 models, as these are the best loaded phones when it comes to performance. If you are looking for a phone with best camera, I think J7 again beats things out and out. And if you are looking for a premium design, J5 and J7 2016 are the natural choices because they are metal built construction phones which look really nice. So there you have it, the comparison of all 6 phones from Samsung Galaxy 2016 series, starting from the On series and J series. If you enjoyed watching this comparison, and share this video with your friends, family on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social networks. If you want to pick up one for yourself, I'm leaving Best Buy links in the description section below where you can get one for the Best Buy price. If you enjoyed watching this video, give us a thumbs up. Do let us know in the comment section below what you think about this, and do share your suggestions. Subscribe for more such videos. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.